Day 3 of the VC We Play Hard tournament here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We will have 2 games of coverage here for you today. It'll be the host team, Ventura College, taking on Pasadena at noon. Tip-off slated for a few minutes from now. Mike Zapata, Jeff Stornoff with you on today's coverage. Well, I'll be here for one game. You'll be here for the second. Won't have the championship game for you. That's because, well, it's a busy day here at SoCal College Sports.
We're all over the place. We got football all over the place tonight, too, a couple of games. So we're running out of manpower, but that's all right.
It's not a terrible problem to have.
We're having fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, we got word last night that we were highly praised by NBA Hall of Famer Gary Payton. He enjoyed the coverage of Antelope Valley. They went down at the hands of Riverside, who will be playing Orange Coast, coincidentally, in the final here tonight.
That'll be after a thriller last night.
Yeah,
an overtime victory for the Pirates and
over Palomar. And it's not often that you see a team that played the host in a tournament wind up in the finals. That's usually supposed to be the cupcake bracket, not so much OCC. Looking to have a surprise year.
Nobody sent the message to the Orange Coast Pirates. Well, they figured that way, and they figured that no matter what, the Pirates would advance to the second round. So they were thinking that that way they knew. But, in terms of today, Ventura, it's an interesting matchup today as we turn to Pasadena and Ventura. Both teams that, obviously lost their opener but then bounced back and got a victory. So I expect a high level here and 2 teams to come in having regained a lot of confidence, especially Ventura College, who really pulled away in their game yesterday, ultimately to a double-digit victory, and seemed to find some things that worked.
Well, they found an identity yesterday. That was Jacob Alonso. Now, Alonso coming off of a year where he had surgery on his heel, wasn't cleared early in practice, finally gets clearance leading up in a couple weeks, leading up to the start of the regular season. But he did not get a lot of minutes in the opener, got a ton of minutes yesterday, and was very impressive. He is the steadying force. Obviously, you have Isaiah Reyes, not as much of a steady force because he's playing so fast, but if you have a player that can capitalize with shooting ability, and Jacob Alonso certainly has that, you're going to have some really good things happening. Then that draws the defense out. They can't pack it in as much. Opens up things for a lot of other players. You have Handy Johnson, the twins. You also have John Williams, also very impressive yesterday.
Mike, less prosaically, let's dust off the old chestnut and talk about a fire and ice type of dynamic here on this team, because it's the speed and the relentlessness of Reyes, and then that is offset so nicely by what Alonso brings to the table as well. The steadying influence, and of course the shooting as well, which always helps. And meanwhile, for Pasadena, turn our attention to them, and it's a what might have been situation. It's easy to forget that 2 days ago they only lost by 1 point to Antelope Valley. That would have sent them into the winners bracket. They bounced back nicely with the victory yesterday in Game 1 against Moore Park, if memory serves. And they had to come back in the second half to do that. But obviously they're going to be a tough foe here, just that close to being 2-0.
Yeah, they're a very athletic bunch, a very talented bunch, still trying to find an identity of their own. And, hey, look, it's November basketball. You're going to have a lot of questions early. Let's see if they can find out some answers. It's the noon Game 1, Day 3 here, the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Back in a moment with tip-off. About to get set underway here. Game 1 of 2 today. Men's basketball. VC We Play Hard tournament. SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you. Get the lineups here to you shortly. Tip is won by Pasadena. Pasadena working right to left. They enter in the post. This is Jordan Simpson. Simpson looking to reverse the ball. That is tapped and stolen by Daryl Handy Johnson. Early turnover here for Pasadena. Back the other way. Handy Johnson at the high post. Enters inside to Ruff. Ruff going to the lane. Jacob Alonso, beautiful interior pass from Jacob Alonso. Easy bucket for Handy Johnson.
And Michael, Handy Johnson picking up right where he left off. He gave the Pirates a huge lift in the second half yesterday. And he's already got a block shot and converts there for a hoop.
Starters for Ventura. Another steal here. Alonso gives it up to Reyes in transition. Ruff, left-handed layup. 4-0 run to open the ball game for the Pirates.
Keyed by the defense on both occasions.
Really like the defensive pressure here early from Ventura. Alonso, another steal here for Ventura. So 3 opening turnovers, and the Pirates give it right back. Little miscommunication between Reyes and Williams. Starting for the Pirates, Isaiah Reyes, Jacob Alonso, Malcolm Ruff, John Williams, and Daryl Handy Johnson. Set the lineup here shortly here for Pasadena. And now this is William Johnson. On the dribble, gives off to Josiah Woods. Tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here with Pasadena. Starting for the Lancers here today, William Johnson, number 2. Number 13, Joseph Hamilton. Number 14, Josiah Woods. Number 20, Jordan Simpson. And number 21, Jordan Jones. Woods from 3. That's good. Foot on the line, making it 2. So 4-2. Pirates on top of the Lancers. Handy Johnson to the high post, looking to give off to Isaiah Reyes. Reyes on the dribble, gives off to Alonso, gets a screen from Handy Johnson. Reyes from 3. That's no good.
Well, Reyes hit a couple of threes in the second half yesterday, and I think that helped his confidence a little bit, but he needs to show that shot, make himself a little more effective, even on the drive, as if that's possible.
Jerry White up in the broadcast booth.
I'll tell you, Jerry White is omnipresent.
Western State Conference
everywhere.
Commissioner.
Everywhere you turn around, there's Jerry.
Hamilton from 3. That's going to put Pasadena in the lead by 1.
Well, the scouting report that we got on Hamilton was good size, but very good touch as well, and he has that kind of range.
The words of Keith Holloman, assistant coach for Pasadena, feathery touch. Bit of a scrum for the ball. Down low. It's tapped out of bounds by the Lancers. Stay with the Pirates.
That's a basketball guy's
word. It really is.
Right there.
It really is.
That's a guy who spent his life in the game.
Reminds me a little bit of Terrence Jones. Andy Johnson going to enter into Ruff. Ruff off to Alonso. Alonso guarded closely by Woods. It's going to be a reach foul by Josiah Woods. Day 3 of the We Play Hard tournament here from Ventura College.
And, you know, in a 3-day tournament like this, Michael, you'll see some scouting. We see the coaches here. They hang around. They understand the format here, and they're going to get a look. So it's not surprising to see them up on Alonso. They're aware of what he can do, and they don't want to give him good looks.
Ruff down low, easy bucket, and another fantastic feed. Second assist already for Jacob Alonso.
And I sense here from Ventura an early effort to get Ruff involved. He hasn't been too involved in the offense through the first couple of games.
Simpson from the short corner, way off, rebounded by Handy Johnson, will go the other way. Ventura in the white. Reyes turns on the afterburners, holds up, will bring it back out, going to reset, looking for a screen from Handy Johnson. Gets one, goes to his left, looking to find Ruff. Pass intercepted, but he gets it back. Alonso from 3 straight away. It's short. Rebound won by Simpson, going to be a foul on John Williams. Well, Jeffrey, back to Isaiah Reyes. The word is from Coach Joey Ramirez. Reyes coming in with a bit of a wrist issue, and it's on the shooting wrist. You see the tape job on his wrist. and obviously that's going to affect your shot. So he's going to be a little streaky, can find the range at times, but we've seen it more often than not, a little cold from the outside to start 2017.
Yeah, well, he's not going to have to go away too much from what he likes to do, so he has that working for him.
Simpson inside, blocked.
Handy Johnson again.
That was Jordan Jones getting denied. Williams on the other end. That's off, rebounded by Woods. The backboard cameras here in effect for day 3.
Now all we need is a tip dunk.
With the camera on there. Simpson down low. A pretty good shot of it.
Good feed from Hamilton as well, and that's another thing that they talked about was that despite his scoring prowess, he not only is a good passer, Michael, he likes to pass.
Agreed. Reyes gets a screen from Ruff, working behind the back dribble, pulls up from 15, no, enters into Ruff. It's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Hamilton.
And we have the first substitution. It's going to be Taylor Sturgeon. Sturgeon didn't see a lot of run yesterday in Game 2 after getting the start in the opener. So Joey Ramirez looks to get him back involved. More significant minutes here on day 3.
15:37 to go here in the first half. Handy Johnson, Darryl gives off to Reyes up top. Reyes, crossover dribble, a lot of contact, and another late whistle. Jeff, I almost get the feeling like they're just not a fan of Isaiah Reyes, the referees, because the whistles that he gets, there's so much contact that's created, albeit it's by him, but at the same time, doesn't get a lot of love from the officiating.
Well, it's interesting to me. He went to the line 24 times in the opener. Now, I just asked the question, but if you're an official, do you start to have the sense, am I doing something wrong by sending the guy to the line this many times?
Well, when Michael Jordan played, they certainly didn't seem to have a problem with that. I'm not saying that Isaiah Reyes is Michael Jordan, but John Sally, very famous for saying, when you played the Bulls in the Michael Jordan era, you were playing 8-on-5.
I'm hoping that you're not suggesting that Michael wasn't fouled. Blasphemy.
You are a Jordan guy. Williams on the long rebound. Off to Isaiah Reyes. Nearly traveled. Reyes splits a double team. He has numbers. 4-on-3 all the way to the rack. Don't tell him that. Fouled. Layup no good, but 2 shots coming to Isaiah Reyes, catching the defense on the heels.
Yeah, and that's a good example a little bit there of what you're talking about. Reyes drives hard and goes a long way toward initiating that contact, but also the arm comes down. He has the kind of strength. He's able to hang in the air, and in that kind of situation, you really have to call the foul.
It's all about angles for Isaiah Reyes. At times, his speed is so devastating that it creates angles that defenses can't catch up with. If he's able to be a little bit more efficient with his angles, he's just going to be that much better. At times, though, I will say this, he does not use picks very well, something he needs to work on. Set up the player that's setting the pick. Outside, inside. Johnson now brings it back out here for Pasadena. First time we've seen Anthony Emmons now on the floor for the Lancers. Simpson gives off, 15 on the shot clock. This is Jordan Jones. Jones on the dribble, gives off to Johnson. Ball gets away, 6 on the shot clock. Lancers going to have to make something happen. Johnson pulls up. Reyes, very good defense on the ball. Simpson skies for the rebound. It's tapped away. Almost goes out of bounds. Jones saves it. Deflection. Williams with a steal. Williams behind the back dribble. Picks it up. Has Reyes. Reyes going to slow things down.
Ramirez has checked in meanwhile as well, and he gave the Pirates a big lift in Game 2.
Very good. Another nice find down low. This time it's Sturgeon. Sturgeon can't finish. Looks like he might have been fouled by Simpson.
Yeah, either way, a good challenge by Simpson to not give Sturgeon the layup.
That's a charge. Great job by Handy Johnson getting there in a hurry.
And like it seems evident through yesterday's game and the first 6 minutes here that Darryl Handy Johnson is exactly what this lineup needed. Doing all the little things that you see, the rebounding, playing interior defense, takes the charge there. Just a guy who is able to facilitate so much without even having the ball.
Reyes comes off, so you'll see the pace slow here considerably, but the shooting gets a lot better from the outside with Alonso in there along with Sturgeon and Ramirez. Ramirez spotting up in the corner. Here's Sturgeon from the top of the key. Pump fake off to Williams.
And this is where Williams can step up a little bit in terms of his offensive production.
That was a better angle there from Williams. Alonso on the drive, gives off to Sturgeon, 8-footer, no good. Handy Johnson looking for a tip dunk, can't get it. Ball tapped around, finds its way into the hands of Joe Hamilton. Hamilton passes it back to Johnson. Lancers with the ball, down by 2, 9-7, 13:30 to go here in the first half.
You can't ask for a much better look. Sturgeon open from 8 feet, but a little bit of an awkward range there, and he just couldn't find the range.
Poor entry pass there from Jordan Jones looking for Simpson. It goes out of bounds. It will go back to the Pirates. Sturgeon will come off. And Terrell, Handy Johnson, will check into the ballgame for the first time today. So the Handy Johnson boys.
And this is where I started to make the point before, but this is where I think John Williams needs to step up a little bit, take a little bit of the pressure off of Jacob Alonso in terms of offensive focus. Had 20 points in the opener on Thursday, did Williams. Backed off a little bit yesterday.
Williams, hey, you're going to leave me open from 25. I'm going to bury it. John Williams making the Lancers play for Saginaw. 5-point lead for the Pirates. Hamilton down the corner. Kyle Mitchell back out to Johnson. Mitchell has it in the corner. He'll try to answer from 3. That's long. Rebound, fought for and 1. Looks like it went off of Tadali.
Yeah, I thought that looked like it went off Tadali, but I'm going to say I believe.
Yeah, Terrell Handy Johnson.
That Terrell Handy Johnson was battling for that rebound.
Don't get backdoored here. Tadali, good cut into the middle. Draws the defense. Hamilton set up outside. Nothing doing. Off to Johnson, back to Hamilton. Hamilton from the short elbow. That's good.
That's great movement off the ball by Hamilton as well. There curls to the elbow, and Darryl Handy Johnson elects to back off a little bit and let him take that shot.
Alonso on the dribble, gets a screen from Darryl Handy Johnson, nearly lost the handle, picks it up, gives out to Williams. Williams, wonder if he'll try another one from long range. Mitchell, smart to get out. Yeah. ISO situation, crossover from the elbow, easy money. John Williams.
And I see Williams there picking up the confidence. That's 5 points in a row, and I like the recognition by Williams that this is his opportunity to take the lead offensively.
Yeah, this John Williams composing a symphony of baskets here in the first half, 14-9, Pirates up by 5.
Are you going to nominate him for player of the game?
I might give him a Grammy. Hamilton from 3, that's short. Rebounded by Handy Johnson. Both of them in the area. Yeah, Alonso up ahead. Williams with a hot hand. Oh, you got to shoot it there. It's all right.
But he's got Tadali again in the switch. Or maybe it's not a switch, but he's on Tadali again.
That's a poor matchup. Williams from 3, feeling it here in the first half. 8-point lead for the Pirates, 11:25 to go. Here in the opening half of Day 3, the VC We Play Hard Tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Lancers reeling here, and the Pirates look like a completely different team here tonight versus what we saw on Day 1 versus Orange Coast. And we talked about it, Orange Coast in the final today versus Riverside. We will not have that game for you. Unfortunately, we do have other broadcast obligations to fulfill. Speaking of which, Bakersfield and Ventura tonight, SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jeffrey, you will have the call of that. I will be at Antelope Valley. Alan Hancock hosting the Bulldogs. Or check the Alan Hancock traveling to AVC. Under 11 to go here in the first half. Evans.
The Pirates have switched to a 2-3 zone as well.
Mixing it up here. That ball going to go over the backboard, out of bounds, as Mitchell was off the mark.
Lancers struggling shooting from outside, and perhaps there's a recognition on Joey Ramirez's part that they're going to switch to the zone, pack it in, let him knock down a couple of shots.
Well, it's a defensive-oriented lineup here with Stephen Natui on the floor and Ruff, Williams, Natui, Reyes, and Terrell Handy Johnson. Reyes out front. He's going to fire from 3. That's a pretty good rhythm shot. Can't get that one to go. Natui comes in from the weak side. He's going to foul Hamilton. 4th team foul on the Pirates. You like the activity, though, on the weak side, boarding the offensive rebounds. Well,
Natui is struggling a little bit offensively in the first couple of games, but trying to bring some energy, bring that dynamic in the lineup right now. He certainly can control that, even if the shot's not falling so far.
So Hamilton with the ball near side, guarded by Williams. Mitchell inside to Hamilton. Good two-man game there. Oh, that's a great move by Hamilton, just short on the shot. New possession here as it's rebounded by Evans. Hamilton from the elbow. A lot of look for him. Mitchell inside. A lot of contact. No call. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Joey Ramirez, and he is irate. Talking to Malcolm Ruff. That's just a blown defensive assignment. You have to come out and be a little quicker in terms of making a decision.
A couple of second chance opportunities there as well, and nothing brings a quicker timeout than too many second chance points against your team.
He might start running suicides here in the gym.
I'm no expert, but coaches hate that, I believe.
I ever tell you that story? We ran suicides at halftime of a game once because our play was so poor in the first half.
Did they borrow that from Herb Brooks and the '80 Olympic team?
Well, I'm sure it wasn't the first time that it ever happened. Pretty embarrassing, though. I got to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
if you're the home team and you're running suicides. Still a 6-point lead here for the Pirates. Stellar play in the first half, led by John Williams. The Tui breaking the press to Reyes. Reyes, not a lot on that pass. Hamilton transition. He'll lay it up. He'll lay it in. Cut the lead to 4 here for the Pirates.
Well, Hamilton leaking out there and nobody getting back for the Pirates, and that's too easy.
Reyes splits the double team, has somebody on his hip, and there's a lot of contact there. Reyes off of the ground. A lot of contact there, and he is clutching the injured wrist.
Well, it's a scary fall. He's high up in the air, and I don't want to use a term like a clothesline, but obviously the foul came in, and you can see there that the feet kind of taken out from under him and hits the ground, pops up very quickly, and appears at least preliminarily to be okay, though, as you say, he was holding the wrist.
And you see him shortchange it there. The angle was just off. And obviously the tape's going to bother you, but when you aggravate that injury, it's going to have a very significant effect on your shooting ability. Second free throw. Can't make the adjustment. Oh, that's a great rebound inside. Terrell Handy Johnson.
Well, when you're struggling sometimes, that second chance bucket, get on the offensive glass, that can take you out of it. Get you out of a funk. See if the Pirates are picked up by the energy play by Handy Johnson.
Simpson running the baseline, gives off. Jordan Jones, easy two. Good mid-range jumper there from Jordan.
Yeah, and the Pirates need to rotate there defensively and get out on Jones. He's a little too open from 15 feet, and he knocks it down.
It's a good find there from Simpson. Good pass out of the post. See Reyes right there not setting up the pick very successfully. Reyes on the layup, that's no good. Tapped up. Terrell Handy Johnson one more time, unable to get that to go. Evans in transition the other way for the Lancers. Ramirez trying to take a charge, unable to do so. It's tapped up on the putback. Jordan Jones, a 4-0 run for Jordan. That's something you heard a lot of in the 80s and 90s.
4-0 run for Jordan.
Reyes turns the corner, gives off. Terrell Handy Johnson from 15 feet will pull up and put it in. That's a pretty soft touch for the big man.
And a good job by Handy Johnson maintaining spacing on the drive by Reyes, making himself available so Reyes could find him on the drive.
Jones enters into Mitchell at the high post. He'll fire from 15. That's way too easy. And right now the Pirates letting the Lancers get to their spots in the mid-post, and that is just devastating to a defense. Natui up ahead from Reyes will drive the bucket. Give off to Malcolm Ruff. He'll fire from 15 and answer on the other end. See the bench getting lively here for the Pirates. Early game of the day 3. VC We Play Hard tournament. Evans near side again entering in at the high post. There's got to be some type of a denial or just making that pass harder. A great fight off there from Malcolm Ruff working against Kyle Mitchell. Going to be the 8th team foul. This should be a 1-and-1 for Malcolm Ruff. 7:16 to go here in the first half. Second game coming up after this one. It'll be Antelope Valley taking on Palomar. Palomar going down at the hands of Orange Coast last night in overtime. A thriller. Rough first free throw, up and good. Remember, everybody, you can go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com, and you can catch us on YouTube. SoCal College Sports 1, you got an Apple TV, you got an Xbox One. Search the channel, upscale the broadcast to 1080p. And I believe with the new Apple TV, you can upscale it to 4K. Second free throw.
Yeah, don't recommend that for the pregame when I'm on the camera, but the floor looks really nice.
Well, this is day 3 of the tournament. We're not exactly at our Sunday best. Alonzo back into the ball game along with Ramirez, both of the Handy Johnson twins, and John Williams. For the Pirates defensively, much better effort here. They enter in at the high post. Good challenge there. Handy Johnson. It's rebounded. Guess who? Handy Johnson. This is Terrell, and he's fouled. Man,
interesting adjustment by the Pirates. It looked like they went to more of a 1-3-1 zone on that set. Maybe a little bit of adjustment toward the mid-post game that the Lancers had been using so effectively on the last few trips down.
Good view there on the backboard camera. Nice job, Matt Henson, technical director, graphics producer here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, always doing a fantastic job. First free throw up and good. Terrell Handy Johnson flashing a bit of a touch here from 15.
Pirates doing a good job knocking down their free throws, and that's what's critical here. When you get into the bonus, you got to take advantage. Well, those trips to the charity stripe.
Well, you have a player like Isaiah Reyes. The rebound is won by Jacob Alonzo. That can't happen if you're Pasadena. Ramirez outside, gives off to Alonzo. A new possession here for the Pirates. Handy Johnson. Darrell gives a screen to Alonzo. Left him alone momentarily. Alonzo thought about it from 3. Instead gives off to Terrell Handy Johnson. John Williams now with the ball. Gets a screen from Handy Johnson. Rolling to the basket. Williams still with the ball. Off to Alonzo. Alonzo to his left. One dribble. 18-footer. Way off. Did not hit the rim.
Yeah, Ramirez came up with the rebound, but unfortunately Alonzo didn't draw iron, so he had no time.
Yeah, he had to go right back up with it, unfortunately. So, bit of a bad break there for the Pirates. 7-point lead for Ventura on top of Pasadena. 6:22 to go here in the first half. Pasadena will enter it in. Evans on the far side. Up to Johnson. It's a 2-1-2 maybe. Trying to adjust, as you said, Jeffrey, to that high post or to the mid-post entry. Good active hands here from the Pirates, and that's something that we've seen a lot of here in the first half. Very impressive. The defensive effort, so much better than what we saw on day 1 of this tournament. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 7-point lead for Ventura over Pasadena. It's the Pirates and the Lancers here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 6:08 remaining in the first half. Spread the word, everybody. www.socalcollegesports.com. Now, remember, this game will archive to our YouTube channel. So if you can't catch it live, or you know somebody that might want to catch this game, hey, you know a college coach that might be in the market for a couple of bigs by the name of Handy Johnson. Well, we have a couple for you here for Ventura. Speedy point guard, pretty good wing. John Williams has had himself a half. Feel free to text out the link. Pasadena not too shabby themselves. Here's Jordan Jones all the way to the rack. Left-handed layup in traffic is good.
That's a good drive by Jones. Gets around Handy Johnson.
That pass off the mark, stolen. Let's see if Pasadena can save it from going out of bounds. They do. Johnson in transition back the other way. No numbers. Has a trailer, though. That trailer into the lane here. Simpson gives off. Back to Johnson. That ball stolen by Alonso. Alonso in transition. He'll put it up on the rim. He'll be fouled. And one, Jacob Alonso.
Yeah, Johnson trying to get back on defense, and unfortunately for the Lancers, merely compounds the error by fouling Alonso. And this is great body control by Alonso here, too. Little hesitation, Michael. Draw the contact, and then with the finish. And now he'll head to the line, see if he can make it a three-point play.
28-21. 29-21 after the and-one opportunity converted from Jacob Alonso.
So Natui and Reyes return. And now it's a very, very athletic lineup on the floor for the Pirates with Reyes and Natui, and then Handy Johnson, Terrell, and Darrell, along with John Williams. So we'll see if the Pirates maybe want to push the pace here a little bit with this lineup on the floor.
And you get the feeling that Coach Ramirez early on has found a very good rotational rhythm. Steal here for Williams. Reyes in transition. Left-handed layup up and good. Double-digit lead. Biggest one tonight here for the Pirates, or today I should say.
We were with you.
It's getting late somewhere in the Atlantic. 5:04 to go here in the first half. Evans near side into the short corner. Simpson thought about it, fakes it, passes it off. Williams with the steal, and he is fouled. Double bonus here for the Pirates.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Lancers, who all of a sudden are a little bit unsteady offensively about what to do. Turning the ball over.
Assistant coach Mike Rios and company, the Antelope Valley College Marauders into the building. And we'll play next versus Palomar. That's going to be a good test. Palomar can shoot lights out from three. First free throw up and good for John Williams.
Yeah, classic matchup there of the pressure defense, the length athleticism of Antelope Valley, and the shooting, the precision of Palomar. And we shall see who comes out on top on that one.
Second free throw, no good for Williams, so he extends the lead to 11 for Ventura. 4:47 to go. Jeffrey, how often do you say it? So, some of the most important minutes of the ball game, the last 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of the half, and let's see if Pasadena can go on a run, or will the Pirates be able to step on the gas?
Well, Mike, this is also a situation where if you're Ventura, I like to reference the story about playing at Duke, and I believe it was Grant Hill who talked about when he got to play at Duke, he would tell the story of Duke dominating a game, but that what impressed him, that shot misses, what impressed him was that when they would come back with a 10-point lead, a 15-point lead, everybody in the huddle would be saying, all right, that's great, let's make it 25. And then when they were up 25, everybody would come back not congratulating themselves, but would say, all right, let's make it 35. And you kept your focus, and all you were doing was playing hard the entire time. And that's the opportunity here for the Pirates. You'd like to see this team take an 11-point lead and have the mentality of, let's make it 20. Let's try to get it to 20 before the end of the half.
You know, it's so hard, especially really at any level, to program, within a system, the stepping on the jugular, if you will. And, obviously Duke, so good for so long, and Coach Krzyzewski. That's a tough one. Yeah. Coach K.
How would you like to call their games all the time?
A little rough.
Yes. Well, you'd get used to it.
Yeah, Coach K always does a fantastic job. Legendary coach, one of the best in history. That's a charge. Oh, well, Ruff was underneath the basket, and I think he was inside the restricted area, and that's why he was whistled for the foul. Should be on the pass. That is not two shots coming.
Got a quick look at Will Cowan there, I believe, at the scorer's table. Will slated to join us in game 2.
Slated. He does have a lot of responsibilities today. He's got 3 basketball games, a football game. He's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot on his plate.
Figuratively and probably literally speaking, that man is an absolute wizard on the grill. Reyes has a beat on it. It's a steal for the Pirates. Reyes. A lot of contact, tip dunk, Handy Johnson, but the foul is called.
I'm going to see if maybe we can get the replay on this one.
Yeah, hey, it doesn't count, but I would like to see the replay, please.
We'll get a look at Handy Johnson's grill here. Comes up. Hello.
How you doing? Pretty good shot there, Matty. Nice job on the switcher.
So Reyes fouled before the dunk and heads the line. And Reyes is having his struggles from the line, and you made the reference before to the injured wrist, and it's a bit of an adjustment. And you hope it's just that if you're a Pirate fan here and not any kind of struggle with the wrist. Does hit the second to make it a 12-point lead.
They enter in at the high post. Better job packing it in at the high post, making the pass a little harder, and a recovery to the perimeter. That pass tapped out of bounds. Man, these active hands here in the first half.
Pirates picking up the energy in the passing lanes here defensively, and after a brief lull.
3:38 to go. First half, Evans with the ball, and the Lancers looking to close the gaps. Not a lot of spacing here for the Lancers. Finally, they enter in at the mid-post. That pass challenged by Ruff. Ruff with the rebound. Malik Black was off the mark. Alonzo, trailer three. Yes, sir! Jacob Alonzo.
Yes, Simpson closing, and I think that actually helped Alonzo a little bit, get a little more elevation on that shot. Gets it over the front of the rim and buries it in the largest lead of the first half here for the Pirates.
It has swelled to 15 for Ventura, 36-21, 3:12 to go. And all the cylinders clicking here for the Pirates. Back in a moment, SoCalCollegeSports.com. An impressive showing so far on day 3 of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Mike DeBeta, Jeff Stoynoff with you on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. VC2A men's basketball. That one blocked up top, but fouling. For committing the foul, that is Daryl Handy Johnson. Justin Brown falling to the ground. That looked like an anticipation call because it looked like there was all ball up top. First free throw up and good from Brown.
And one of the things that's been so critical here in the strong first half of the Pirates, just 16 fouls. So they've done a nice job of not getting themselves into foul trouble and giving the Lancers free looks from the charity stripe.
Daryl Handy Johnson will come off fantastic minutes really from both Handy Johnsons here in the first half. Terrell now on the floor. Textbook press break from the Pirates. Great pass from Alonzo looking off the defense inside. Malcolm Ruff. Easy layup, easy money for the Pirates. Malcolm Ruff with 10 here in the first half. He leads the Pirates, I believe. Jordan Jones working on Natui. Tough shot. Good challenge by Natui. Natui on the deck. Jump ball looks like, or did they call a timeout with Natui in possession? They did. So possession will stay here with the Pirates. Heady play there from Coach Ramirez, as a timeout call came from the sideline. And Coach Ramirez will elect to go for a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Well, Jeffrey, I'm very impressed with this Ventura College Pirates squad. We talked about clicking on all cylinders. This is a completely different team from 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think they're just getting the full complement involved. Guys who did not see as many minutes in that first game, obviously becoming more available here in games 2 and 3, and I think that's really allowing this team to show more where they are as a team. All credit, of course, to Orange Coast College in a very impressive win on Thursday night, and they've shown that by advancing all the way to the finals here. But I think this is a different Pirate team, strictly in terms of personnel, by the time you get to day 3 here as well.
Going a little deeper here, exploring the bench, we can see a lot of Terrell Handy-Johnson. Both Handy-Johnsons have played very, very well today. Everybody involved, everybody bought in. And, Jeff, we talked about it. The best thing that could have happened was getting embarrassed in their home opener. It could bode well later in the season. We already see the Pirates reaping the benefits of that and learning from the performance on Friday. Beautiful pass from Reyes to Natui from 3 off the mark. Evans with a rebound in transition. He has numbers. Jordan Jones doesn't handle it cleanly. It's not a clean dunk. It goes in and out. Evans on the rebound puts it back up and in for Pasadena. 2 minutes.
Well, the Pirates catch a break there, Michael, but then they fail to really get all the way back on defense. And the follow for the Lancers, and they end up with the deuce anyway.
Great feed inside, and Malcolm Ruff.
Mike, take a look at Malcolm Ruff, and this is why it's so important to get your big man some touches early, because he is clearly more comfortable and confident in the offense after getting those touches early in the game. He's up to 12.
Late to get back defensively, though, as we look at the replay here. Yeah, Ruff doesn't beat his man to the spot as Evans.
As you talk about a lot there, it's about moving your feet on defense and a little slow on the slide, and ends up catching him with the body and putting him at the line.
We see Raphael Johnson for the first time. Williams will also come back on. Off come Natui and Ruff. Williams with the hot hand early. He has 9. Evans good on the free throw. 40-26. 1:41 to go in the first half. More pressure here from Pasadena. Here comes the double. Williams with the ball from Alonzo. I really like the way the Pirates had broken the press here in the first half. From Pasadena, Reyes. Crossover dribble to his left. A lot of contact. He's going to go to the line yet again.
Well, I'll be interested to see how many assists the Pirates have in the first half, and I think it's a pretty decent number. They've been really unselfish and moving the ball well.
Reyes good on the free throw. Second free throw. Reyes wastes no time. Up and good.
Good to see Reyes hit a couple of free throws. He's had a little bit of a struggle here in the first half, but now he's hit 3 in a row.
42-26, the lead back out to 16. That shot good from 3 from Justin Brown.
And again, the rotation just a little bit late, giving Brown that opening to knock down that shot.
Crossover from Alonzo on Evans, gets him into the middle of the floor. Alonzo looking for a pick. No, he wants to enter in at the high post. Evans harassing Alonzo. Alonzo able to get it away as he recovers to the ball. Natui dragged the pivot foot. That's travel.
Well, that's a great job by the Lancers defensively, increasing the pressure, and that's what ultimately, they almost got it away from Alonzo, and then Natui a little bit out of system there, if you will, and ends up dragging his foot and turning it over.
You getting into volleyball mode here, Storm?
Well, you know what it is? I pick up a thing or two listening to you, more than a thing or two. But I tell you, it's that one. That's I got that one from you.
I appreciate that. Well, I didn't make it up, but yes, I do use it, and that was a great analogy.
We do like our cross-sport analogies.
We really do.
Personal favorite, I think, for both of us.
Well, they work so fine, don't you agree? Reyes on the dribble, gets a screen, works it off all the way to the rack. That one's blocked. Terrell Handy-Johnson on the follow, can't get it to go, but he's fouled, I believe.
That is a great job defensively by Ivan Egbenike there. And it's not, how often do we see Reyes blocked on a drive without being fouled? And it's just a good job of Egbenike moving laterally and then doing a good job of not allowing the contact. Instead, uses his length and blocks the shot. But a great job by the Pirates getting on the offensive glass.
We talked about the activity from Daryl and Terrell Handy Johnson.
And that's something, it's interesting. When you play with a guy like Reyes, and we've seen this a number of times here in the first half, he creates offensive rebound opportunities. He draws the defense to him, and you simply have to be aware of that as a teammate. You have to go hard to the glass because the chances are going to be there for putbacks.
Watson into the ball game for the first time today. Under 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shot at the buzzer. No good. Rebound comes off. And we go in at the half. 42-29. The Pirates a commanding 13-point lead. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Second half about to get underway. Pirates and the Lancers. And Ventura with a commanding 13-point lead as we start the second half. Same starters. Malcolm Ruff to Jacob Alonzo. Alonzo from three, that's off. That's a great weak side rebound here from John Williams. Good read on the basketball. Gives off to Alonzo. Alonzo into the corner to Malcolm Ruff. Ruff thought about it from 15. Kicks out. John Williams from three. No. Rebounded by Kyle Mitchell. Mitchell with 4 points in that first half. Lancers were led by Joe Hamilton with 7. Found himself in some early foul trouble, though, and had to come off. Expect to see a lot more of him here in the second half. He has the ball right now. Off to Evans. Evans drives the lane. Can travel. A little bit out of control, trying to give off the ball. Didn't get it out cleanly, and he traveled with the basketball. Alonzo on the dribble, working on Evans. Good entry pass into Handy Johnson. Great kick out. Ruff will try one from three. He'll bury it. That does a pretty good job there, having his hands ready. That shot up, no good from Evans. It's rebounded by Mitchell. Mitchell's going to go back up with it and lay it up and lay it in. 45-31. Alonzo off to Reyes. Looking for a screen from Handy Johnson. No, he goes to the left side, lays it up. Can't get that one to go. Ruff on the putback. Can't get that one to go. Evans back the other way for the Lancers. Ruff challenging. High layup off the glass is good. Poor transition defense there from the Pirates. Good effort there by Ruff getting back, but not in time to prevent Evans from scoring. 18:04 to go in this one. 12-point lead for the Pirates. Isaiah Reyes. Double team gives off John Williams on the far side. Bit of a matchup zone here from the Lancers. It's going to be a foul on Mitchell. Bulldozing over Daryl Handy Johnson. Well, Handy Johnson, a freshman, along with his brother Terrell, but both do not play like freshmen. I feel like their savviness defensively is a little underrated. Very good. Saw Daryl take a charge earlier in the ball game. Good positioning. We see him right there setting the screen and drawing the foul call. Reyes is going to fire from three as they sag off. That one's off the mark. Tapped around. Finally won by Kyle Mitchell. The Lancers will have it. Woods finds himself free. Hamilton with the feathery touch. It's short. Rebounded by Jacob Alonzo. Alonzo into the front court. Handy Johnson. Daryl off to Ruff. Ruff, easy layup. Good pass from the big man. See that pass here, which is a fantastic job. Tapped out of bounds here by John Williams. They enter into Evans. Evans has that one stolen. Alonzo the other way. He'll lay it up and lay it in. And one. Second team foul. Jacob Alonzo now up to 8 points, looking for his 9th with a free throw. Good job by Alonzo getting in that lane. Did such a great job of anticipating. Free throw up and good for Jacob. Pirates up to the half-century mark, 50-33. Pirates looking to make short work here of the Lancers. Remember, the Lancers fell behind by, I believe, as many as 16 versus Antelope Valley in the second half, clawed their way back, took a late lead, and eventually succumbed by 1. It's a nice short corner jumper there from Kyle Mitchell. Alonzo on the dribble. Guarded by Justin Brown. Gets a screen. Looking for Handy Johnson. Handy Johnson, good hands, keeps it. Finally loses it. Williams. That should have been travel on Mitchell as he had the ball and slid to the floor. Instead, it'll go off to Woods. Woods back the other way. Here's Brown. Brown in transition. Hamilton. Fakes inside. Shot is challenged. Tough shot. Ruff with the rebound. Reyes will turn on the Jets all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Woods. Mitchell with the ball. Handy Johnson came down. Going to be a foul and 1. Basket goes. We're going to call that on Malcolm Ruff. We'll go to the replay here. As Woods does a nice job of getting that ball into the front court in a hurry. Good passing, and Mitchell is fouled. Yeah, it looked like it went on Handy Johnson. But they will call it on Malcolm Ruff. Free throw up and good. So Terrell Handy Johnson will come on. He'll come on for Malcolm Ruff. Lead cut to 12 for the Pirates. Pasadena with the pressure. Ball fake from John Williams over to Alonzo. Oh, great pass inside. Terrell Handy Johnson has it blocked. Darrell with the cleanup. How about that one? See the replay here. Just a great pass inside. That's a really terrific effort inside defensively, but Darrell Handy Johnson, mop-up duty around the rim, jams it home. 52-38. Foul the other way. Hamilton has it at the free throw line. First one up and good. That'll cut it back to 12. Williams into the front court. Alonzo from deep. Yes! Good rhythm transition 3 for Jacob Alonzo. Ball swung around the perimeter. Finally entered in at the high post. It's a better job in terms of positioning and not allowing such an intrusive mid-post entry. Handy Johnson extending that further out. Taylor Sturgeon going to come on. He's going to replace Darrell Handy Johnson. So Terrell stays out there. This ball might be a backcourt violation. Nope. Mitchell to the rack. Sturgeon inside. This is going to be a charge or block. Sturgeon still on the deck. Let's hope he's okay. First free throw up and good for Mitchell. Second free throw is true. Reyes to the rack. He can get that one to go. Well, the wrist also affects the layup-making ability of Isaiah Reyes. We've seen a lot of point-blank layups not go obviously contested. And when he starts to get them to go, it's going to be easy money in the bank. Woods from three for Pasadena. Gets the lead back down to 12-47, 57-45. Williams with it near side wing. Gets a screen from Sturgeon. That's a great roll to the basket. Couldn't find him. Williams, they kick it back out. It's a foul there on Woods. So Woods whistled for the foul. Williams will take it out of bounds, baseline out of bounds, box set for the Pirates. Entered in to Terrell Handy-Johnson. Reyes turns a corner in a hurry. He does everything in a hurry. He's fouled going up. 2 shots coming to Isaiah Reyes. Second personal on Justin Brown. Reyes with 10 points. He's in double digits. First free throw, no good. Second free throw. That's good. (58-45). Scrum underneath. Hamilton unable to curtail it from going out of bounds. It'll go back to the Pirates. 13:42 to go in this one. Turnover. Haven't seen a lot of those from the Pirates. They've been pretty good about that. Back the other way. Brown from distance. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Terrell Handy-Johnson. Slow it up, big man. And he does. Reyes now on the turn to the bucket. Rebound no good for Terrell Handy-Johnson. Pretty good penetration, though, from Isaiah Reyes. Not a shocker there. Malik Black has that one blocked. Contact down low. I believe this is going to go against Sturgeon. We'll go over the coverage slate for you today. This is game 1 of 2 of the VC We Play Hard tournament on day 3. Antelope Valley and Palomar due up next. In the third place game, later tonight, 6 p.m., we have 2 games for you. Antelope Valley football hosting Allen Hancock. Again at 6 p.m. And also, big matchup in the National Northern Conference as Bakersfield comes here to the VC Sports Complex to take on the Ventura College Pirates. Top 5 team in the SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com Week 10 edition. Jeff Stornoff with the call on that one.
Hey, when are the Ventura College Pirates not playing a top 5 team in the SCFA this year?
And they seem to run the gauntlet every year. Coach Moose and company do a really good job of staying competitive. And, well, this game likely tonight is going to be for a spot in the SCFA playoffs. Reyes looking for a screen. He gets one, looking to enter inside. Looked like that ball might have been kicked. Inadvertent off the foot. Black back the other way, lays it up and lays it in. First time we've seen it in the single digits here for the Lancers in terms of the deficit. 58-49, 12:33 to go. And Jeffrey, as I mentioned earlier in this half, remember the Lancers on day 1 versus Antelope Valley, a very highly touted team, fell behind by as many as 16 en route to a comeback. A game in which they took the lead late, but eventually succumbed to another top 5 team here in Southern California.
And I think this is a good timeout taken by Ventura. It's getting to be a precarious type of situation. You let that run continue, and all of a sudden the Lancers can get a little out of control, really pick up a lot of momentum. So he tries to head it off here. You can come back with a short run here, push it back out to double digits, maintain control of this one.
You know, based on the tenor of the weekend, you knew that Pasadena at some point was going to go on a run, and we see it right now. They have closed the gap. They are within 9. You can catch us on our website, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Feel free to subscribe and let us know how we're doing. SoCal College SPO at Twitter. Kyle Mitchell leading the way here for the Lancers with 13. Hamilton with 9. Isaiah Reyes with 11 for the Pirates. And John Williams with 9 as well. 12:29 to go here in the second half. Game 2 slated for 2 p.m. start time. Looks like we are going to stay on schedule for that one, but should this one go long, obviously that will push back the start time for that game.
Pirates come out with Alonso, Reyes, Williams all on the floor. So Ramirez, Coach Joey Ramirez going to his most potent offensive lineup here.
Haven't seen a lot of Raphael Johnson. Freshman from Long Beach Wilson. Has it at the mid-post right now. Shakes off Mitchell, gives off to Alonso. Alonso gives off. That one deflected. Williams, the recipient of that pass, working one-on-one. Good defense by Brown. Williams fall down momentarily. Great pass to Alonso. Wide open three. That's no good. Rebounded by Raphael Johnson. New possession here for the Pirates, and they'll salt away a little clock.
Man, Alonso had himself free for a look, and he was ready, but just mishandled the pass.
Yeah. Didn't handle it cleanly. Terrell Handy Johnson in the post. Hook shot up. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Woods. Woods off to Brown. Hamilton from 3. Yes, sir.
You got to be aware of that.
Raphael Johnson has to be better. You see Coach Ramirez not happy with the recovery there, and he's going to immediately go to the bench here. Malcolm Ruff about ready to check back in along with Darrell Handy Johnson.
Kyle Mitchell closing out there on the pass to Reyes, but he's a little late and he picks up the foul. And that's his 4th.
His 4th, the team's 5th. Lancers were in the penalty early in the first half. Done a better job here in the second.
Mitchell staying on the floor, interestingly.
That's a foul there from Woods, and that's just an easy reach to call. It's so hard to get over Alonso there. He does a really good job of protecting the ball with his body. Woods has to reach. It's a foul, so now the Pirates in the bonus 1-1 the rest of the way.
Yeah, you got to figure that for Pasadena, Woods has about 7 or 8 inches in reach on there, but Alonso does such a good job of using his body and forces him, as you say, to make the reach there and pick up the foul.
Yeah. Good length for Woods. Crossover dribble. Backups. Fallback jumper there. Love the step back from Jacob Alonso.
Yeah, on a dime.
Pushes the lead back out to 8, 60-52. Pass not handled cleanly by Hamilton. It falls to Woods. Woods will reset. Brown drives a lane. Good active hands from Isaiah Reyes. Looked like Alonso got him with the body. So both teams now in the bonus 1-1 the rest of the way. 16 foul.
And they're going to call that on Reyes.
Oh.
I'll say that he reached in. Just his first foul.
Hamilton guarded by Ruff. Ruff has done a pretty good job on Hamilton since the opening moments of the first half. The bounce not in favor of the Lancers. It falls to the Pirates.
Nice job by Ruff getting on the boards.
Reyes all the way to the rack. This is going to be a blocking foul as Woods unable to get to the spot in time. And man, Reyes is just so quick at getting to the basket.
Yeah, there were some guys out there where that might have been a charge.
That is number 5.
So Woods is fouled out, and that was quick.
So Josiah Woods, yeah.
Reaching foul just a moment ago, and then the blocking call. But, Woods is there, and he's in position, but Reyes is just so very quick and then has the terrific body control and is able to just kind of work his way around him and get him to lean a little bit and pick up the blocking foul.
Well, when things are going right for the Pirates, that's when Isaiah Reyes is fouling people out. And if you're opposing teams, you have to be ready for a war of attrition, and your bench has to be deep at the point guard position, or at the guard position anyway, because he's gonna accumulate the foul calls. 1 of 2 for Reyes at the free throw line. The lead back out to 9 for the Pirates. 10:43 to go. Evans into the front court for the Lancers. He'll bring it back out. Here to Brown. Near side Black. Black looking inside, looking for the mid post. He has Hamilton at the short elbow. 17-footer's good. Hamilton says, give me the ball. Feed me.
We've been talking about stepping out on Hamilton, but, to be fair, what are you really supposed to do? You have to respect the drive a little bit as well.
Reyes to the rack. Isaiah knifing through.
Sometimes you just have to give it up to a guy's offensive ability.
Nice job by Hamilton, saving it from going out of bounds. Evans to the basket, scores.
Evans with the runner.
Here comes the trap. Natui handles that pass well. Oh, he had Daryl Handy-Johnson wide open underneath. Alonzo splits the double team, gives off. Oh, nifty looking pass to Ruff, who cannot convert. Goes out of bounds off of Ruff. It'll go back to the Lancers. Man, what a pass by Jacob Alonzo. Can we see the replay here, Maddie?
This is just terrific patience because he sees Ruff, but then he waits just a little bit. Sees him there, and then able to take the defender with him a little bit to open up that passing lane.
Oh, dropping the dime. Meanwhile, the lead has been chipped away to 7 here for the Pirates. So Pasadena within striking distance, and they can chip away even further. Hamilton going to the line. Tui will come off. Here comes John Williams back into the ball game for the Pirates. Hamilton up to 14 points in the ball game, tied with Isaiah Reyes and Jacob Alonzo. Now has 15.
Can't be surprised by this, as we talked about at the top. Pasadena's made a second-half run in each of their games so far. They're just not a team that you're going to be able to, manhandle and put away by a significant margin. They're going to have their moments.
Free throw is good, but it's a lane violation going to go against the Lancers, so scratch one off there. The lead down to 6 for the Pirates. Three-quarter court pressure. And the press backs off here for the Lancers. They pick up man. Alonzo inside. Daryl Handy-Johnson kicks it back out. Williams thought about it from 3. Instead brings it back out. Gets a screen from Handy-Johnson. Doesn't use it. Now he will. Off to Alonzo. He's going to reset. 12 on the shot clock. Alonzo inside. Williams. Handy-Johnson. No, he throws it away. Here's Black in transition. 2-on-2 along with Anthony Evans. Ruff gets to the spot. Going to be a block on Malcolm Ruff. And for Ruff, that's going to be his 4th leading scorer today for the Pirates in foul trouble. He's likely going to have to come off here.
9-12, that's a long way to go. And that will bring Terrell Handy-Johnson off the bench.
Free throw up and good for Evans. Day 3 of the We Play Hard tournament here from Ventura College, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. James Ennis, a former player here for Ventura College, now playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. 2 for 2 for Anthony Evans from the stripe. The lead is down to 4. What a gritty bunch here for the Lancers. And the Pirates, here's Isaiah Reyes to the rack, and he answers.
That's good recognition by Reyes on the extended defense. Not content simply to get the ball over the line. What a steal by Alonzo.
Alonzo in transition. Handy-Johnson. Terrell gets into the dunking act.
There's the highlight.
See that one more time.
Coming at you. Well, no, we got that one from before. That was Reyes. Have it here in a moment.
I'll just keep it here. Well, we're checking out the replay here. And the big man down the lane, nobody stops him. Well, the cardinal rule is you got to stop the ball. Nobody stops Terrell. Goes in for the dunk, and the lead quickly back out to 8.
And nobody's stopping Hamilton, who's going to work for the Lancers down low. Gets himself back to the line. And you get a sense of just what a difficult matchup he is. He's been able to score in space, face up and hit shots from outside, and there he worked into the lane and was able to get the contact and get himself to the line.
Hamilton now up to 16 points. Second free throw up and good. And Hamilton having a living, or making a living, at the charity stripe. Up to 17. Leads all scorers. Daryl Handy-Johnson going to come off. So it's Terrell Handy-Johnson, John Williams, Jacob Alonzo, Isaiah Reyes, and Taylor Sturgeon on the floor right now for the Pirates. Sturgeon off to Alonzo. Got to clear it out. Here comes a double. No. Alonzo baiting Evans. Beats the defense. Nearly has it stripped away. He keeps possession. Gives off to Isaiah Reyes. Reyes waves everybody off, and now he's going to get a pick. Reyes by himself. Step back three. No. Poor shot selection. Rebound caroms off to Jacob Alonso. New possession here for the Pirates, leading by 6. 8:09 to go. Timeout, Pirates. And a good timeout for Joey Ramirez and company as they will talk things over. Full timeout. We'll take one ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Six-point lead for the Pirates, 67-61. 8-minute mark here in the second half. There's a scrum for the basketball. This is going to be a jump ball, looks like. An arrow in favor of the Lancers, so it's a turnover for the Pirates. Pasadena. Brown from three. Cuts the lead to three. Slices it in half. 67-64. And this Lancer squad will not go away.
Mike Brown's just able to catch that ball in rhythm and get that shot off, and it's not very well contested.
Ooh, Williams maybe got away with a carry there. Gives off Sturgeon, wide open from three. Had his hands ready. And Taylor Sturgeon, looking like a sophomore on that one, gets the lead back up to 6 for VC.
Well, we saw that a lot last year from Sturgeon, able to spread the floor, create the space with his shooting.
Sturgeon fell down. Big block
what a
up
block!
top. Terrell Handy Johnson goes up high for it. And the Pirates with the basketball. What an athletic play from Terrell Handy Johnson. Foul will be called. Jordan Jones.
I'm starting to think, as I watch Alonso, that you're right about the way that he baits calls, sort of dares defenders to try and reach in and steal the ball, and then able to shield off with his body. He gets another foul there called
We'll see the
Jones.
replay here. Oh, man, what a block. Handy Johnson is okay. He goes end over end. Put that on the highlight reel. First free throw on the one-on-one, up and good for Jacob Alonso. But, Jeffrey, you're exactly right. That's just savvy point guard play from Jacob Alonso, especially with his team in the penalty, or in the bonus, rather. And, you know, he's got a pretty good touch from the free throw line. I was looking for the jinx. I didn't get it out. See, if I'd gotten out a couple seconds earlier, he would have missed that one.
You don't have the gift.
Sure.
You just can't really, you can't get the jinx.
I don't have the story jinx.
You really?
Handy Johnson.
What a finish.
Outstretched hands, Anthony Evans with the finish.
Evans there going high off the glass, and obviously had to be pretty aware of the shot blocking prowess of Terrell Handy Johnson, but able to get it over the outstretched hand, and now a three-point opportunity. And as you alluded to a moment ago, Michael, the Lancers just won't go away, and you can't be surprised by that.
Anthony Evans showing a pretty good burst there. He caught Alonso sleeping there with his feet defensively, gets to the rack, converts on the and one. It's a 5-point lead for the Pirates. Williams working on Brown. Has it in an ISO situation, almost a 1-4. 1-3, 1 out. Williams turnaround jumper is good. Impressive play from John Williams. Alonzo with the steal. This is how you salt away games right here if you're the Pirates.
Just going to make the point that the Pirates have allowed 38 points in the second half, so the defense has slipped somewhat, and that's what they're going to need to close this one out.
Well, that's what got them the lead in the first place. Williams again from 3. Yes, sir! John Williams
Quick
up to
5-0
14.
run for Williams.
Yeah. Had 9, now has 14. Hamilton tries to answer on the other end, can't. Evans on the rebound, tapped out of bounds off of Mitchell. It will go back to the Pirates, who now lead it by double figures one more time, 77-67, 6:05 to go. And Alonzo will take control here of the reins and set something up. Step back 3. Man, Jacob Alonzo feeling it. Chalk up 19 for the sophomore. Plays a lot bigger than 5'8". Hamilton inside, and that is Zebo-esque.
Well, he shows you the face-up shot. But if you close out a little bit, he's able to back it down right there.
Reyes back the other way. Tries to get it up on the glass, unable to do so. Black, pretty good defense. It goes out of bounds off of Black. It'll stay here. Coming up, game 2 of the day. Final game of coverage of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. It'll be Antelope Valley and Palomar. Alonzo, good feet. Cocked and loaded. Can't get that one to go. Black to Brown, back to Black, up top. Here's Hamilton working on Terrell Handy Johnson. He's going to fire up a 3. It's going to be off the back iron, rebounded with some grit by Jacob Alonzo.
Yeah, got his nose in there. Able to dig that one out. What's interesting with Alonzo, I feel like he's been a lot more effective scoring off the dribble.
Just good action there from the Pirates. They might not win this possession. Oh, well, what a great job by Sturgeon. Alonzo loses the basketball, can't come up with it. This is going to be a foul, and it's going to go against. It's going to go against John Williams. Jacob Alonzo, it looked like he might be favoring that heel. We talked about it. Coming off of surgery from last year, missed all of last year with that heel injury. And at times seems to show that he is still favoring it.
This is the double bonus, incidentally. So Black to the line for 2 shots.
Oh, silver lining here for Pasadena, now finding themselves down by 11, but an opportunity to salt away at the deficit and get back into it without time going off of the clock. Ramirez is going to come in.
Well, in this situation, the defense will get a little bit easier for the Pirates to play. The clock starts to be an enemy for Pasadena. You can start to back off a little bit, dare them to hit some shots from outside. And I feel like that's the adjustment that the Pirates have made in the last couple of minutes.
Full timeout on the floor, 4:35 to go. The Pirates up by 10. Looking to claim the consolation bracket here at the VC We Play Hard tournament. Back in a moment. Full court pressure out of the timeout from the Lancers. Williams with it near side. Here comes a trap from Mitchell over to Sturgeon. Sturgeon looking for a release at the midpoint of the court. Gets it to Ramirez, back to Williams. Williams gets a screen from Terrell Handy-Johnson. Crossover dribble, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Ramirez for Ventura. He'll kick it back out. Reyes out front. Looking for a screen. He's going to hold off. 17 on the shot clock. Crossover dribble between the double team. What a move by Isaiah Reyes.
Attacking the zone. He gets between the defenders and all the way to the glass.
Evans can't hit off the front iron. Reyes splits the double. Wow, he is just so lightning fast. Williams transition three off the mark. Sturgeon taps it out, but right to Black. Black in transition here for the Lancers. 3-on-2 to the basket. Blocked by Terrell Handy-Johnson. Back the other way. Here's Reyes. Reyes trying to catch up to it. Has it. Is at the rack. Left-handed layup. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Evans. Got to be smarter there. You got to salt away the clock a little bit more. It's going to result in a transition three opportunity for Joe Hamilton, and he's going to bury it. Timeout Pasadena. It's a 30-second timeout. Keep it here. Under 3 minutes to go. 2:58 exactly. And that's one where if Isaiah Reyes keeps the ball, he just goes to the corner and going to eat up a little clock. At least 30 seconds, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of tension there between, if you're Reyes, you want to be aware of the clock situation, and that's something he'll no doubt learn moving forward. But on the other hand, he's so effective and so successful going to the basket, and you want to obviously give a nod toward him doing that and his efficiency in doing that. So it's a difficult call, obviously, there for Isaiah Reyes in that situation. But in this instance, it cost the Pirates 3 points as Hamilton able to hit the three and cut it to 9 with under 3 minutes to go.
Jeffrey, it's amazing what good offense will do to the defensive effort at the other end. The defense for the Pirates was lights out in the first half. Not as good here as you had mentioned. The point total on the board here in the second half for the Lancers much better. And obviously you knew that they were going to go on a run. But the defense throughout has been very impressive, and I'm very impressed by the way this team has bought in after such a lopsided loss in the opener. Here's Williams, crossover dribble. That's off of the knee of Hamilton. It's a turnover. Mitchell wards off. Hamilton from three, a transition three. Fouled on the three by Williams is Hamilton, so he'll go to the line and he can cut this to 6. Okay, they didn't say that Hamilton was on the line. I thought it looked like a 3. Let's see if we can bring the slider back there on the replay here, Maddie. Go back here. We'll see it. He is well behind the line. I'm surprised. Well, maybe the front left foot was on the line. Referee does have a better view of it. And Jeffrey, how about a shout out to the referees? They've been better here on day 3. Good rhythm, good consistency throughout. The free throw cuts the lead to 7 here for the Pirates. Reyes looking to answer. Inside, wide open, Terrell Handy-Johnson. Didn't get any air under it. It's off the front iron. 2:30 to go. 7-point lead for the Pirates. Hamilton working on the freshman, Terrell Handy-Johnson. He pulls up from 3. No good. Rebounded by Terrell. And the Handy-Johnson twins have been fantastic here today, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it started with Darryl in the starting lineup. And then Terrell came in and just picked it up as well, and both bringing the same kind of thing in terms of defensive intensity, shot blocking, rebounding, facilitating on offense.
Great pass. Sturgeon wide open. Ramirez looking for a nail in the coffin. Can't find it. That would have been a bit of a dagger there had that gone. Instead, here comes Anthony Evans inside. Kyle Mitchell lays it up and lays it in. Lead down to 5 for the Pirates. Down the stretch we come. 1:45 to go.
Earlier in this half and earlier in this game, talking about the active hands in the passing lanes and not seeing that as much from the Pirates here in the second half in terms of creating those turnovers that helped them build the lead.
That's fatigue. A great roll to the basket. Pass a little bit off the mark there from Jacob Alonso, intended for Terrell Handy Johnson. Handy Johnson able to save it. Reyes now with it. Jump stop in the lane. And Jeffrey, what did we talk about? The adjustment for Isaiah Reyes. He goes fundamental and scores an easy bucket.
And the teardrop there. Well, Mark Jackson.
Oh, I know you like that reference.
Rookie year, Mark Jackson.
Ooh. Better post player as a guard, Mark Jackson, or Gary Payton? This is a loaded answer because Gary Payton might be watching.
Yeah. So Mark Jackson, I mean, feel free to weigh in here if you'd like to lobby by, perhaps sponsoring a package of games here on SoCal College Sports. We will withhold our answer until all the lobbying takes place.
My answer would be they were both pretty good.
Yeah, a couple of great guards in the history of the game.
Free throw up, no good. This is going to be a lane violation. It's going to go against Evans. Not going to matter. The shot did not fall. If anything, it's a break for the Lancers on the violation as it allows the press to get reset here out of bounds. Williams is going to check into the ballgame. He's going to come on for Daryl Handy Johnson. So it's Ruff, Williams, Alonso, Reyes, and Ramirez.
Yeah, go with a little bit smaller lineup here. Obviously looking to get some of your better free throw shooters on the floor as well with 70 seconds and counting.
Reyes motions to clear out, 1:09 to go. 7-point lead. Bucket here pretty much does it here for the Pirates. Reyes putting on a dribbling clinic here to kill some clock. Here comes the double team. Try to force it out of his hands. Wide open. Alonso. Dagger! That should do it here, Jeffrey. 50 seconds to go. Jacob Alonso with 22 in this one. Hamilton from 3. That's good. Terrific answer from the Lancers. The lead still 7, though, for the Pirates. Timeout, Pasadena.
Well, it's so hard to pressure the Pirates offensively with the ball handling that they have. Reyes and Alonso, and there on that previous possession, you see that the minute that they start to run at Reyes, he's able to create a little bit of separation and then find Alonso, who has nobody within 10 feet of him to take that shot, and that's going to be too easy for Jacob Alonso. And he knocks it down, and then Hamilton comes back and answers, but down to 45 seconds. So the Lancers are running out of time here.
Well, to put it in the words of a cross-sport analogy, which we like to use here, that was pitch and catch, and an easy, almost a layup for Jacob Alonso when he's that wide open. 44 seconds to go, 7-point lead for the Pirates. Again, this is game 1 of 2 today here on SoCalCollegeSports.com of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Coming up after this, it'll be Antelope Valley and Palomar. We'll not have the championship game because we will be covering some football. Going to head to Antelope Valley, just 89 miles away.
A scant 89 miles
Hey,
away.
it's just 2 gallons of gas, though, in the Prius, if you drive it correctly. Actually, going up the hill, probably going to be a little bit more than that. You will stay here, my friend. You will have the National Northern Division Showdown of the Year, Bakersfield and Ventura.
Yeah, what's better than a game with playoff implications and always a little bit of a healthy rivalry grudge match, too, between Bakersfield and Ventura. That's a long-time rivalry, so
emotions set to be high.
It's going to be emotional out there. It's going to be fun.
How about Ventura this year? Win over Saddleback, win
College of the Canyons
over COC.
Yeah, they're on a roll right now. That's their last 2 wins against top 5 opponents, and now they get the Renegades here, who are 7-1. And
well, they struggled earlier in the year. They went down to Mount Sac, went down to Riverside. Obviously, 2 teams that are always in the top of the rankings in the SCFA, but they have really righted the ship here and made some adjustments. Coach Moose coaching them up, and they're in a good spot here.
Tigers, incidentally, in a big game tonight against an old friend of the the company here of SoCal College Sports,
Coach Brett Peabody for Long Beach City College, and they travel on the road. The Tigers will have their hands filled, no doubt. The Vikings, just a huge threat in the SCFA ever since Peabody really took over.
Yeah.
Send our well wishes to Brett. Got a text from him this morning. He actually asked me, "Hey, are you guys going to have that game?" I said, "Unfortunately not. We got a little busy this weekend." 1 of 2 on the free throws for Reyes. 8-point lead. Evans to the rack, left-handed layup off of the backboard, no good. Mitchell straight up. Ramirez can't get that layup to go, and flying in for the rebound is John Williams. Evans with the foul. Don't need it.
Well, it's not the bracket that the Pirates wanted to win here this weekend, but I think that Coach Joey Ramirez will take some successes here and leave here with a 2-1 start to the season, assuming the Pirates can navigate the last 28 seconds here. And I think we would agree after a shaky start, I think a lot of room for optimism here for the Ventura men looking ahead to the 2017-18 season.
Are you saying they are the acorn that becomes the oak?
Talk about massive potential for growth. But that's listen, they got a lot of pieces in place here to have a big year if they can.
Mitchell to the rack. He'll get it to go. Cuts it to 7, 21 seconds to go. We have a timeout here for Pasadena. Full timeout taken. Start time for Game 2 today will be slated for 2 p.m. That's going to go a little over, so pay attention to our channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can see us when we go live. We will log off the broadcast here and rejoin you. Go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Have your friends or family interested in watching some good basketball here today? Have them tune in. YouTube app on your tablet, PC, smartphone, computer, an Apple TV. You got a Roku, Xbox One. Use the YouTube app and search our channel. And for everybody watching right now, if you know anybody that would have liked to have seen this game live, the game will archive to the link that you see, so feel free to share that out with your friends and family, maybe some coaches interested in some prospects here. A lot of talent here in the 3C2A men's basketball, really throughout the 3C2A in all sports. .21 seconds to go. And this is just game management here. Landers onto the floor for the first time tonight here, Jeff. Reyes.
Well, Landers was a guy that we talked about yesterday, and one of the young players that comes in this season. And obviously, I think the job for Lamont Landers early in the season is going to be to find his role on this team. Yeah. And for Coach Joey Ramirez, figure out how they can bring him in. So obviously this is an opportunity here, and it's a brief stint for Lamont Landers, but it'll be interesting to see as the season progresses. You know, by the second half of the season, it may be completely different. We may see guys in different types of roles.
Free throw up and good by Isaiah. Well, you hit your free throws, and it's a done deal.
I think the only unfortunate thing for Lamont Landers for his freshman year is he's in a deep position on this team. As another point guard, you got Reyes, you got Alonzo. The guard is a strong position for the Pirates.
You can never have enough guards at any level. Mitchell with a follow opportunity. That's no good. And Brown with the foul. 10 seconds to go. It's an all but over. Well, Reyes up to 23 points in the book. Hamilton with a very impressive effort here today for Pasadena. He will... Well, right now he has 27 points. Jacob Alonzo with 22. John Williams with a hot hand early. Very nice showing for him, along with Malcolm Ruff. Ruff with 17 tonight.
And Reyes quietly put another 23 on the board. So this is a good sign for the Pirates if they can get that kind of production across the board, particularly from a guy like Malcolm Ruff. That's where you're going to see this type of scoring, 90-plus on the board. And when you can put on that kind of points at any level, you're going to be successful.
Second free throw up and good for Natui. Landers, it's a pretty good cutoff defensively. Don't need that contact from Steven. A little overzealous there. It's going to be 2 shots coming.
Yeah, 6 seconds left and 10-point lead. But, you know, we talked before about Steven Natui and what he's trying to do on this team. And it looks like he's establishing a role as kind of an energy guy, especially defensively. For this Pirate team moving forward, and that can be a hard thing to turn off at a moment's notice.
Well, Jeffrey, as you said, Coach Joey Ramirez has to be proud of the response from his team after the opener, playing a very game and, well, what turned out to be a very good OCC squad.
And this is Handy Johnson picking up a foul here. 3.3, so.
Actually, this is going to go on Jacob Berry, the sophomore from Arizona Christian.
Oh, okay.
Big body, big man, 6'5", probably runs about 260. Surprised Coach Moose hasn't reached out. Say, hey, we need another tight end. First free throw up and good for Hamilton. Second is off the mark. And the Pirates can just hold it. That'll do it. 92-84, your final here in the consolation bracket. The Pirates 2-1 now on the young season. Pasadena falls to 1-2. Game 2 coming up in just a bit here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley, Palomar. We will see you in just a little bit. Jeff Stoynoff with the call in that one. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care.